Blended families in 90s sitcoms made it look so easy. One heartwarming conversation, and suddenly everyone is best friends. Maybe not so much in Clueless, but you know what I'm talking about, right? In real life, though, blending families can feel like trying to merge two completely different TV shows into one storyline. Today, we're diving into what it really takes to build trust and connection in a blended family, especially as a neurodivergent mom. So, hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Nostalgic Neurodivergent, where we talk about neurodivergence, parenting, and life, served with a side of nerdy Zemiel energy. I'm Corey, and today we're talking about something that so many neurodivergent moms are navigating: blended family. So, whether you're co parenting with a new partner, helping your kids adjust to step siblings, or just trying to create some space, peace, in a complex family dynamic, this episode is for you. So, in this episode, we'll cover why trust and connection take time in blended families, how neurodivergence impacts the blending process, emotional regulation and communication strategies for smoother transitions, and boundaries that help create a harmonious home. So, let's talk about that first thing. Why are trust and connection? Why does it take time in a blended family? So, we know this. Blending a family isn't a quick fix. It is a process that requires time, patience, and a whole lot of emotional bandwidth. And especially when you have to factor in different ages and, you know, different family rules, all kinds of different things that are coming in to this one big situation. And when you're a neurodivergent mom, the adjustment can be even more intense. You're managing those different family histories, different attachment styles, and kids who may feel completely out of their depth trying to adjust to a new parent figure or step siblings. Some kids are going to resist, and others might seem fine at first and then suddenly pull away. The expectation that everyone will just click is really unrealistic, and the truth is, it can sometimes take years for a blended family to truly feel like family. And that's okay. So, growing up, we were fed the Brady Bunch, right, as the ultimate blended family example. But no one prepared us for the reality of navigating big emotions, different parenting styles, and the patience it actually takes to build the trust. So, how does neurodivergence impact the blending process? So, let's talk about how this adds that extra layer. First, there's sensory overwhelm. New environments, new routines, and more people in the house can mean more noise, more unpredictability, and more mental exhaustion. Then there's the executive dysfunction. Keeping up with schedules, remembering everyone's needs, and managing the invisible labor of planning a family is a lot. Social dynamics also come into play. If you're autistic, RSD prone, or struggle with emotional regulation, trying to navigate new relationships, whether with a stepchild, a partner's ex, or even your own child's shifting emotions, can feel deeply overwhelming. And because so many of us were raised to people please, we might feel pressure to make everything feel perfect, when what we really need is realistic expectations and grace for ourselves. So remember that feeling of being the new kid in school, walking into the cafeteria and wondering where you fit? That's kind of what blending a family can feel like for both kids and adults. So, what can we actually do to make this process smoother? First, communication matters, but not all communication styles are equal. Using the BIF method, which is brief, informative, friendly, and firm, when talking to a co parent or step parent, can help minimize conflict. Next, focus on co regulation. When tensions rise, model emotional regulation instead of reacting impulsively. And creating predictable routines can also help smooth the transition. Kids thrive on consistency, whether they're neurodivergent or neurotypical, and when they know what to expect, they feel safer. Lastly, consider having family meetings, not to force connection, but to give everyone a voice in shaping how this blended family functions. So imagine if our parents had family meetings instead of just announcing, "because I said so." Concept, right? Boundaries, the final thing that help create a harmonious home. They are absolutely crucial in blended families, but they can feel kind of tricky, especially when different parenting styles or expectations are involved. First, make sure you're setting clear expectations for household rules. This avoids kids feeling like they have different rules depending on which parent is in charge. Next, if you're co parenting, establish firm boundaries with your ex. So, this could mean limiting conversations to necessary topics only or using a parenting app for communication. And for step parents, it's important to let the relationship with your stepkids grow naturally. Forcing it too soon can backfire. So instead, show up consistently, respect the child's pace, and let trust develop over time. Think of it like an RPG. You don't need to level up instantly in relationships. You gain experience, you work through challenges, and over time, the trust will build. So now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Blended families don't just click overnight. There can be grief, resistance, and sometimes outright rejection. And that's normal. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Trust is built in small moments. You don't have to force it, you just have to show up consistently. So, if this episode resonated with you, be sure to grab my Complex Family Dynamics Communication Guide. It is packed with scripts, tools, and strategies to help you navigate tough conversations and create stronger family bonds. And remember, blended families aren't just about instant harmony, they're about building something new together. And that takes time, patience, and communication. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts and your experiences with blended families. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram, leave me a comment on the latest reel or post, and let me know what's been the hardest part of blending a family for you. And if this episode was useful, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who may need to hear this message as well. And don't forget to grab your free Complex Family Dynamics Communication Guide. The link is in the show notes, and I will talk to you again soon.